Hello everybody, so today we are doing 04 practice. So looking at this, it says please solve the following literal equations for the given variable. Looking at the first problem, I want you to go ahead and write what you got for your answer, and then we will solve it all together. Looking at this closer, there is no x, so I want to solve for n. So solve for n, tell me what you get. Okay, so we should have gotten m over p minus p equals n. So cool. Let's double check how that would work. So looking at this, I want n by itself. So I want to get rid of this p. So I'm going to subtract p from both sides. So that's going to give me m over p minus p equals n. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and try the second one. We are solving for a. Okay, so we should have gotten a equals negative n plus m plus p. So let's double check how we did that. So I'm going to subtract the m from both sides. So that tells me I have negative a equals n minus p minus m. And then I don't want negative a, I want regular a. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1. All that does is just switch everything signs. So this is a positive n, so I'm going to make it into a negative n. Negative p, I want it to become positive p, so plus p plus m. So that is my final answer. Okay, let's go ahead and try the next one. Go ahead and solve for x. Okay, we should have gotten k over w plus v equals x. Let's double check how to do that. So looking at this, I want to multiply both sides by x, so times x. So that means I have k equals x times w plus v, right? Okay, now thinking about this, how do I get the w plus v away from the x? I'm going to just divide both sides by w plus v. So divide by w plus v. So I have k over w plus v equals x. Or if you look at this and you notice that your thing that you're solving for is on the bottom of a fraction bar, you can just swap it out for whatever's on the opposite side. It gives you the same thing. Okay, go ahead and try this next one. Solve for a. Okay, so we should have gotten g minus c minus b equals a. You could have mixed it up though and said g minus b minus c or g minus c minus b. It doesn't matter. It gives you the same answer either way. So let's double check real quick. Looking at this, I want to get a by itself, so I'm going to subtract c from both sides. So I have g minus c equals a plus b, and then I want to subtract b from both sides. So I have g minus c minus b equals a. Cool, good. Okay, go ahead and try this next one. Solve for a. Okay, so we should have gotten z plus b over m equals a. Let's double check how that would actually work. So looking at this, the very first thing is I want to get the thing furthest away from a on the same side away from it. Well, it looks like it's this minus b, so I'm going to add b to both sides. So now I have z plus b equals ma. Then I want to divide both sides by m. So I have z plus b over m equals a. So cool, good. Okay, go ahead and solve this next one for a. Okay, so if you notice, this one was the same as, where'd it go? As 2, so very easy question. A equals negative n plus p plus m. I just didn't notice that they stayed the same. Same thing for the very next one. It should just be z plus b over m equals a. Okay, so going to an actual different one. I want you to try and solve this next one for a. So you should have gotten g over c plus b equals a. Let's double check how this one works. We haven't seen one that looks like this. So the very first thing is we want to get a by itself. So can't I just pull out an a and say, okay, if I had this, wouldn't I have to distribute first? So it would tell me that I'd have g and then a times c plus a times b. Isn't that what they gave me originally? Yeah, that we just they swapped around the letters, but that doesn't matter. You can switch them up however you want. Okay, so we have that. So the very last part, I want to get that away from a. So I'm going to divide both sides by c plus b. So c plus b. So we have g over c plus b equals a. Cool, good. Okay, looking at this next one, I want to solve this one for a. So go ahead and take a minute and try that out. Okay, so we should have gotten a equals negative z over m minus b. Let's double check how this one's actually going to work. So, looking at this, I want to get all the a's on the same side. So I have z equals ba minus ma. Okay, then just like that one up above, where we had to start pulling some things out, I want to pull out a. So I have a parenthesis b minus m. Cool. Okay. And then we can flip that over to the other side. So we have z over b minus m. Okay, so you might be wondering, why did I have a different answer the first time? Well, the first time I went ahead and moved everything over to the left side instead of the right side. But it means the same either way. So if I had negative z over, m minus b or something like that, looking at that, okay, so make this negative, make that positive, make that positive. It's still the same thing. It doesn't really matter either way. Okay, so very last one. Solve this one for a. This one's hard. If you have any issues, please feel free to send me an email. Have a good weekend.